What's up, Keisha?
Hello, what's going on?
Not much. I'm glad I finally decided to use this new technology of Zoom. It's not new, it's just new to me, by the way.
Right.
To get with you to do my little vlog thing. We have been trying to do this for so long in person and whatever. Our schedules never meet up for this, but now we have the perfect opportunity.
Exactly.
And I want to call this one Arya So's Sunflower Seeds, because I call myself the sunflower one. So, we're going to spill some seeds of wisdom and hope that it grows friendship and whatever to whoever decides to listen. But anyway, let me let y'all in on a little background between me and Keisha. We've been friends forever. No need to put years on that. And she knows me in and out, and I believe I know her in and out. So it's only right that I finally get the opportunity to have a guest on here, other than my kids and myself. And Keisha is it. Now, if you see this smoke going, I tried to get a little Erica Badu vibe.
Right.
Blessings.
I see it. I see the
But
vibe.
it's actually getting on my nerves. This probably gonna start making me call. It's right in my face. Like, let me put this
You're
away.
gonna be calling me later saying my allergies acting up now.
Right. But yes, Keisha has been my friend forever, and I don't want to talk too much on COVID or the pandemic that we're in, because it's like we're all in it, so we already know the struggles and everything that goes with it. But she is a mother. She's a wife. You see me still. I'm gonna put this out. She's a mother, a wife, a business owner, and the first thing I wanted to touch on is Sweet Affair. So now that we are in this quarantine state where we are helping everyone by staying home, how has that really affected your business? Right now.
Well, my business has been on the decline because my business was originally geared toward executive events and private events.
Mm-hmm.
And because of the quarantine, of course, there's not a lot of people having events.
Right.
So, but before the quarantine, the business was just beginning to boom. Um, Hopefully, once the quarantine is over, things will go back to normal. But right now, I've used this time to just focus on accelerating my craft
Okay.
because I have more time on my hand to do that, and also revamping it as well
Mm-hmm.
because of the quarantine. Right now, I'm focusing on wall decor for your home, your nursery. For newborn babies, you know how parents or the mothers that we get into that nesting phase and we like to set up the nursery. So I'm focusing on wall decor, wall signs, name signs, and jewelry pieces such as earrings, more so like Afrocentric earrings for us and by us, um, necklaces, bracelets, etc. Because I do know, and more so personalized things is going to be for mothers and fathers. And I have, like, for instance, what I was telling you the other day, I'm going to create a piece where you can have your child's handwriting engraved into a jewelry piece. So I'm working on that now, because whether we're home or whether we're out, we still want some type of significant pieces that we can look back on and say, oh man, that's so dear to my heart,
Never get
now
tired.
I'm focusing on that.
Right. And for those who are business owners, like, this is a very trying time for them, because I'm a contractor, but I'm fortunately I'm still getting paid, even though I'm not at work physically. But for those who own their own businesses, it doesn't work that way. If you don't get a job, or if you don't have a service to fulfill for someone, you don't get paid. So
Exactly.
that can be very hurtful to your business, at this point. But I'm glad to see that you are, using this time to revamp or have some ideas of new things that you can do or whatever. And I wish I could bring up some of the things that you do, but if you shout out your website or your Instagram page or whatever, they can always look at that and see.
Right. It's at Sweet Affairs. That's SWEETAFFAIRS LLC. Both Facebook and Instagram as well. So You can go there and you can see some of the things. I don't have everything there. My daughter is my social media manager, and so she's in control of that. So we're slowly but surely trying to get everything up on the social media sites, as well as in the making of trying to create a website. So people don't actually even have to call me directly. They'll be able to just do everything on the actual website.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that makes perfect sense. So this is going to be my segue, and it really relates not at all to what I'm about to talk about. But, are you up on Insecure, the show?
Yes.
Okay. So what I wanted to really talk about, because here's the things that we all like to listen to or, just speak on, is about friendships. So from what I'm seeing and watching the show so far, I think we're on season 3, episode 2. It seems like this year they're going to dig deeper into friendships, especially girlfriends or female friendships and the dynamics of that. So I figured it was appropriate for us to talk about this, as we're friends who have been friends for so long, and how throughout life you can have a girlfriend from elementary school to adulthood, but somewhere in between that time, things happen where you feel like maybe you've grown apart, or some friends you might feel like they were friends for a time being and not necessarily now. Or I like to think of it in ways of that when, as adults, we move differently. Like, for instance, you're married, I'm married, but it was a point where one of us was married and the other wasn't, or one had children and the other one didn't. And those things like that can affect a friendship. So what do you think? We're going to just use Molly and Issa for example, and I'm pretty sure her name is not Issa on the show. Well, I can't think. Is it? It is. Is it? Okay. What do you think about their friendship right now? I mean, from what I see, Issa is moving in this direction, and she actually got another little girlfriend who happens to be Lawrence's girlfriend now.
Right.
And then you got Molly, who is a successful woman or whatever, who, in my opinion, is very judgmental when it comes to Issa and her life or whatever.
Especially this season.
Yes.
We're seeing that. It's opening up a little bit more.
And
almost selfish to a point.
Huh?
She's almost becoming selfish to a point. It's
extremely like, to me. It's not really there for her, but
yeah.
I don't think that means it's the end of their friendship, and we'll see, of course, as time for how that ends up. But what do you think about that when it comes to females and friendships and things like that?
Well, me personally, from childhood to now, I've never really surrounded myself with a lot of female friends. I've had 2 steady female friends pretty much for the last 20 something years. And then I do have other friends that I have become very close to in later years, but they're not as close as my original friends. I'm like, no new friends, but right. So, but when it comes to friendship is very important to me because it holds a place, especially the friendship that I have with childhood friends, because I'm able to share memories with that person, and I can look back on memories from when I was 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 years old, when life was so free and so fun, and less about responsibility and more about just living life.
Right.
And because of that factor, when I go down memory lane, I have people that I can go back to and say, oh, do you remember the time when we, and that nostalgic moment for me is extremely important for me as I age and I'm, in my early, well, not even early 40s. I just turned 40.
Welcome to the
right. So it's extremely important to me when I'm able to look back on my teen years and my early 20s in the height of my life. And I'm able to share that with my friends, my close friends, the friends that have been there during that time. I'm able to share happiness, sadness, mistakes that I've made, and I'm able to look back and to talk to someone that will not judge me for those things, and it's a beautiful thing. Friendship is a beautiful thing to me. I mean, as far as new friends is concerned, you get to create new memories with them, you know, so that's important too. But for me, just personally, because I am more so of an introvert, my, you know, that old friendship is definitely more sacred for me.
I know for me, they always, I'm a Capricorn, and you know that.
Mhm.
You're Aquarius. Every time I read a Capricorn's horoscope, it always says something. And not to say that I truly believe everything astrology says, but every time I read Capricorn, it always says loyalty. I mean, and I was like, me loyal? I mean, you've been my friend for a while, so you can understand why I would question sometimes
Right.
that word. But another friend of mine helped me to understand kind of what it could possibly mean, and then I get it. And I mean this to say that when I deem you as somebody I love or my friend, that's forever, regardless of what we go through. So of course, I might have had my ups and downs, even with you or anybody else who I deem my OF or my original
Right.
friends or my, ones that have been there. But besides that, like, forget about all of the drama or whatever that might have went with that. If you are in my heart as my friend, like, you're there forever, and nothing is really going to change that, because I feel like that love is there no matter what we might go through or whatever life brings us or whatever. So that's how I feel about friendships for the most part. Again, I don't have a million friends. I have a lot of females who I admire, who I like. I even enjoy being around. But when it comes to saying like you're my hardcore friend, yeah, I only have a few of those. And
Right.
I will say I have met people recently as in like in the past few years that I do deem my good friend, and you notice how I'm saying that, like yeah, we
Yeah.
good, we good.
Right.
But it is a kinship that I have with people like you who I've known for so long, because I feel like you do know me. And I always feel like I'm the type of person who I ain't gonna tell one person everything.
That's
It's
the
like
key.
it's
That's the
something
key.
for everyone. I
Right.
can relate to you in a whole lot of things that maybe I won't necessarily sit down and tell my sister, for instance. I mean, of course, your sister friendship, that bond is unbreakable or whatever. But
Right.
I might not be comfortable with telling my sister some things, but then I would call you up and be like, "Girl, let me tell you what I did," and I would never feel judged by it.
Exactly.
So I hope as the season continue that regardless of what they might go through, um, at some point, because I'm always a talk about it type person. Like, if we could sit down and be like, you know what, I accept my role in whatever I did to upset you or to change the dynamics of our friendship. And hopefully the other person is reasonable enough to do the same thing so that they can move on to, just having a good friendship. Do you think
Right.
that's possible for some? Like, do you think sometimes you could do some stuff to somebody that can just totally you done. Like I can't do this no more
Oh, certainly.
with her.
I certainly, I do believe that. But when, for me, and I'm just speaking for myself, but for me, if I have I'm going to offer more leeway for an older friend than I would for someone that I'm just meeting, or someone that I've been only friends with for a couple of years. You
Right,
know, like if I have an older friend, usually when you have someone that you've known for so long, you know them in and out,
right,
you know their ways, you know what to look for in them versus what you cannot expect from them,
right.
you know. So it's like I will give them a little bit more stretchability versus, you
Yeah,
know, a newer friend.
yeah. You
Yeah,
like,
for me, I'm like, it's a no for me, dog. I'm
like I'm not even ready to get into this with you. So
right, it's just not even worth it to me, you know. And that's just me personally, because even though, you know, when I go out, I can commingle with other women and men and it's not a problem. I'm a very social person,
right.
you know, but I'm still an introvert at heart. So it's just, but so many people I give my trust to, and if you are a newer friend and you've already kind of shown me something in you, I'm like, I'm not going to completely cut you off,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like you said, it's just certain things I will not deal with, indulge into that conversation. I won't tell
Right.
certain things to you about my personal business, especially if I feel like it's going to come back to me in some kind of way, especially if it's a malicious way. I just can't do
That's
it.
the worst. That's
Yeah.
the worst. Do you think as females we give men meaning, or I should say not just men, the people that you're in a relationship with, and I mean, when I say relationship, I mean intimate relationship.
Right.
Can we give them more leeway than we do our girlfriends? Let me give you an example, because you know, when you're in a relationship, I mean, of course, things are going to go awry. You know, that's normal. I mean, somebody's going to do something to hurt somebody in some type of way, and it's just human, right? But sometimes I think females, I'm not speaking on myself or you, sometimes I think females can be more forgiving of a male doing things versus if their girlfriend do something, it's like, cut that beat. You know, like I'm not messing with her. Do you think that's the case sometimes?
I mean, I guess for some women, yes. Okay. I do believe that a lot of women are like that. You know, when I look at videos or experiences from other women, and you know, let's say for instance, there was a situation where a man cheated. They will be more. Some women are more inclined to go after the woman as if their promises that were made weren't with the man. And something like that, I've never understood. You know,
never, like, let me tell you something about me and on that subject. I am not giving that woman the pleasure of me talking to you
at all.
If you've been with my dude, hats off to you, Shy. Like, I'm not talking to you. I'm not calling you. I'm not doing any of that. I just feel like my pride gets in the way of that. And what am you would give them too much of a lane to start saying stuff that. I don't know why they do that. I don't really want to have nothing to say to you.
Yeah, and as far as friendships is concerned, I mean, now marriage to me is different.
It is.
But as far as like, if let's say for instance I have a boyfriend and then I have a friend, and pretty much the man does the same thing that the female, or a similar thing that my friendship with the female, she's done the same thing to me. For me, I will be harder on my boyfriend, and that's just me because that's the kind of person I am. Because I just feel like when you have a boyfriend or you have a husband and you are intimate with them, that intimacy is a little bit different than having a friendship. Because I mean, I don't know, is this rated?
It's rated whatever.
You've been inside me. So to me, that's a little bit deeper. So I have certain expectations from you.
Right.
That to me are far greater than I would for a female friend.
Right.
So to me, I'm not going to be harder on a female friend than I would be on a male friend, boyfriend, husband.
Right.
That's just that's just how I am.
I think that makes sense. I mean,
yeah.
Nobody is perfect. I mean, at the end of the day, that's something that we all got to realize. And I'm a type of person, and my sister hates when I say this, I deal in intent, meaning I don't necessarily think any of my friends are intentionally out there to do something malicious to me. You know what I mean? People that I consider my hardcore friends. So with that in mind, even when I feel like I'm wrong or crossed or whatever, I don't take it as serious because in my mind, I'm thinking, if it was you, Keisha ain't go out here saying I'm here to hurt Aria or do something, you know, detrimental to her. And so that kind of helps me, I guess, get past whatever hurt I might experience when it comes to a friend or whatever. But I do know that everybody don't feel the same way about that. And everybody has their way of dealing with stuff, and I have to respect it, you know. So just like I might feel that way and I'm able to, I guess, forgive or get past something, everybody don't deal in things like that. And some people need time. Like I just need a little bit of space from you right now.
Right.
I need, you know, get myself together. But, you know, I haven't gone wrong, and most of my hardcore friends or my original ones, we still there. You know what I mean? And it's all love. And I don't have to talk to you every day. But when we do talk, when we do, me and you, when we get up, it's all love. It's all fun. You know, we have a great time. Sometimes we don't even get a chance to get a good talk in because we're so busy having the fun.
Right.
When we get home, we got the kids and, you know, your work, whatever it may be. It would be too much. And then I can't really speak freely a lot of times because I'm in here with the husband. And
right.
We can really talk.
Right. We'll be on the phone for hours.
Right. Even this whole little session has to be watered down a little bit because we can get into some gangster stuff, you know, and start really talking. And then we both will be divorced.
Right. Like for me, immediately.
Right. Are you talking real spicy?
Right.
I need it. I was just joking. It's
Oh, don't take it seriously.
too much right now.
Yeah, but
I'm glad we did have this opportunity.
this is funny. We really had some thought-provoking questions too, though. I feel like the part 2 should be going on the horizon.
Right, because I always said I wanted to condense it because I know everybody's attention span is
right.
But hey, right now we ain't doing nothing
at all.
Well, I'm gonna say we all. Some of us are essential workers.
True. Let's not forget about the essential workers.
I'm not going to forget about them because I think it's totally unfair that you are still made to go to work, get the same check I get, and no hazard pay, no nothing. And that's when they call my tail back to work. I would be doing the same thing, mask on all day.
Yeah, because my husband, he's back to work now too. So I'm like, you close off at the front door because you have to protect everybody else in the household. And then I have a mom here, who's she's previously had cancer. She's in remission, but she's still one of those at-risk people. Myself, I have hypothyroidism,
and compromised immune system.
Exactly. So, I'm like, you have to keep us safe. So
that's so hard.
It's really hard.
Heartbeat to hear people, losing their lives over this, and we just praying and hoping everybody stays safe and do all the necessary precautions. And I got to be honest with you, all that stuff they tell you to do, I really don't do. I am doing the wiping down and taking my shoes off and stuff like that. It's so funny because the other day I put my finger in my mouth. I was like, oh my God, did I just put COVID in my mouth? Because I was sitting there thinking about what did I touch, but it's so easy to, touch your face or touch your arm. And I typically don't like to put my fingers in my mouth.
Unconsciously. I mean, we do it unconsciously.
It's just crazy. It's like something out there just lurking, waiting to get us or whatever. But, fortunately, I haven't had anybody close to me, well, that close to me anyway, truly affected by this. But hopefully it stays the same. I hope everybody stays safe. But before you leave, I wanted to do what I call I forgot what I called it. It might have something to do with the sunflower seeds, but it's just a silly question I'm gonna ask you, and then I want your answer. Pee in the shower or not?
Not.
So I gotta come clean with this one. No, I don't pee in my shower.
Okay.
Hear about that. And I'm gonna go with people's houses and pee in their showers either. But
hotels?
No. I'm gonna say this. If I'm in a pool, it is nothing worse to me than going to the bathroom at a pool and then taking off this wet bathing suit, squatting, because I'm not going to sit. I hate using the bathroom wet. It's just annoying. So I'm gonna have to admit, I'm one of those ones who I won't pee in the pool. But I will get out of a pool
and let it drizzle down.
Let it just drizzle down with the rest of the water. And then if I'm at a gym and I go to the bathroom, I tell one of my little gym partners this, I'll be peeing in the shower at the gym. What I do is, let me explain it a little bit, is that when I get out of the pool at the gym, I immediately go to the shower and I shower myself, right? As I'm taking off the bathing suit. Every little liquid done built up in there. I'm prone to go ahead and wash
nobody's sitting in those showers. They wear shoes, so hey, I'm not going to tell anybody.
You wear shoes. Everybody don't wear shoes. And this, when I see it, I just be wanting to put, oh God, how did you
not us though.
Oh no, we got shower shoes or something. I just had to throw that out there. I'm embarrassed to say that, and I know people like pissies. Everybody know what I drink is but I don't pee in random people's showers, so I'm gonna put that out there. The only shower I pee in is at the gym, and I don't pee in the pool, so don't be looking
right.
I'm just saying, a wet bathing suit is very hard to get down and then back on. Like, he was doing all that.
Yeah, that's true. And at least you're going to the gym, because I don't even go to the gym. So.
that. Well, I ain't going to the gym now, and I'm at home.
Nobody can. Yeah, I mean, you know me, I just do my yoga and my clean eating and my meditation.
I've heard as far as if it's for weight loss, the best thing you can do is change your diet. To me, food is everything. Your medicine,
yep,
your skin, everything is controlled by what you put in your mouth. So
that's it. Just like a plant.
Yes, more important than anything. Exercise, of course, is good too. It's good for you.
Yeah.
But, it's good to balance it. That's what life is all about, right?
Exactly.
But
so what's your promises after COVID is over? What are you going to change? What are you going to do different?
I don't know about no change. I'm going to say for me, I'm going to appreciate things. I'm going to appreciate things more than what I did before. Meaning like I would complain about traffic going to and coming from work. Sometimes I would complain about work. Just complain about being tired by the time I get home. Complain about having to cook or do anything with the kids. So the only thing that's going to be different for me is just I have a better appreciation for being busy. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody don't have that job or everybody don't have that car to get to work. So that would be my only real adjustment. Is just trying to have a little bit more gratitude. What about you?
For me, because I have been, working hard on the business, I don't really go out as much as I want. Like, and what I mean by go out is I mean recreationally. So I will definitely be different when it comes to that. I will have to make time to hang out with my girls.
I hear that. So whenever we say, "Hey, what's up?" We going here, there. I don't care if we say we going to Zimbabwe. Say,
right.
We don't want to play.
I cannot take life for granted anymore and just sit here in this house and just work. Kids. Like there has to be something else, So I'm definitely going to change that because this has taught me because I'm like, how is it that I hate being cooped up in the house when that's all I was doing really before, Right. I mean, I guess before I had a purpose because business was definitely booming, but now it's like, what am I doing? When it's over.
John Cole says we have 30 summers, so you 40 now. I'm a little over 40. And I don't want to ever assign myself any years left in life. But he has this little thing in his comedy show about having 30 summers. And,
I heard that really, when he put it like that, I was really impressed for a minute. I was like,
I know. I was like, what? And when you think in terms of that, like none of us know our day. It could be 10 summers, it could be 20, it could be 30, it could be 50.
Exactly.
But the point is, I feel like in our 40s being our second act. Mm-hmm. So if this is my second act, I want to make it the best act.
Right.
The 20s, the 30s, I was doing all the building and trying to, I guess, get to this point and hopefully be comfortable. I ain't there yet, but I'm going to be there by God.
Right.
I want to be there. So.
Well, I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
But thank you for taking the time out today to talk to me. That sounds so formal. Thank you for taking the time. At the end of this conversation, would you fill out a survey and let me know how mine is? But
I think you should have your own talk show. That's what I think.
I enjoy this type of stuff.
Yeah. You did really, really good. I love this.
So let me stop this before we can talk our trash.
Right.
Everybody tuning in, thanks for listening. And until the next time, peace, soul, and what is it? Anyway, Aria Soul. I don't know. I forgot what I used to say.
You got to come up with that.
I do. I got to get better with that. Now, I don't know how you stop recording, but boom.